Hey, this is Brenda. Welcome to my channel, the Empress and the Sun Tarot. Grand Rising Beatrice. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Mysterious Girl. We want to say happy. It's Friday here for us, so we would like to, So you says have fun Friday. So she's like, it's about fun today. So we are just gonna have some fun today. So please drop in the comments where you're, in the chat where you're from. We do a general reading to start with, and then we get into viewers' questions. So we, my guide Celia likes to give a little daily message to start with. So a lot of times you will get a little nugget of information in that with, in the general reading, we do some oracle cards and then tarot. So just ask your question to the universe and, so he says, take what resonates and leave the rest. As we get settled in, we are going to do a live today at 1 p.m. Eastern for the new moon that's this weekend, and then everything is moving direct as of Monday. So we are doing a reading for for each zodiac for the next 3 months. So we are going to use the Sacred Destiny cards today by Denise Lynn. And so we're going to leave that box sitting there so everyone will know. Those are the cards we're going to use today, and then we will just get into the general reading. Johnny, where are you from? We're going to make the chat just a tiny bit bigger so it's a little easier for us. No reason not to be easy, so well, you did find me, and I am a twin flame reader, and I am in union with my twin flame. We are married. Sometimes he joins me on the show. Hi, Beatrice. So he says, how are you doing? And she said maybe sometime we can do something together, Beatrice. You read, right? Celia says you're fun. Oh, you're fun. Yeah. Celia says you're fun, Beatrice. We should do something together. So if you'd like to do something, let me know. Hi, Miss Vic. Actually, I was talking to Dave about so he wants us to start putting a morning message out. So Dave is going to join me for those. We're going to record a few of them over the weekend, and then we're going to post one a day. But Beatrice, Celia says you're like super fun. She's like, you're the fun girl. So she always likes the fun girl. She does like the woo girl. So yeah, the feeling of fun is like a lot right there. Yeah, that's good. So everybody have a little fun today. Dave likes me. I'm a fun girl. That's what he always says. I'm a woo girl. The bottom of the deck is change, and we do feel changes coming. That's why we're going to do that live today at 1. She said, to talk about, how the change is going to affect each zodiac. The other cards that came out are the Healing Chaos cards. The Courage card. I believe we got the Courage card yesterday. And then the Love card. Everybody's looking for a little love in their life, Celia says. Some song about that. Put a little love in your life. Yeah. So we're going to send a little love. Fancy Nancy sending love. So we're sending a little love to everyone. As Celia says, put a little love in your life. Are you receiving enough love? I know yesterday the message was, are you open to love? And honestly, we're going to ask, are you receiving an overflowing amount of love? If you're not, That's because you're not letting it in. Are you showing other people the amount of love that, are you showing love? Celia says, are you being the love you want to see? Because, if you send that love out there, it does come back to you multiplied so many ways. Yes, Miss Beatrice. Celia says we should plan something. Yeah. She said, oh, the fun you bring to the party. Oh, Beatrice, we definitely have a message for you. Yeah. Well, here, Celia says, how are things going? She's like, before we even go any further, how are things going? She definitely feels like we want to shower a little love on you. You have a Celia like I do. Yeah. I have really, I took a lot of time and really invited Celia into all of my life. I like, my intention is important. My intention is that when I am in alignment, Celia is with me. Strongly. Like in the driver's seat. So that's why she flows through me. Dave will okay, we have a story. The other day, Dave asked us actually, he didn't. Dave was talking to himself, apparently, maybe Celia, about a nickname that he might want to be called and what was his actual feeling on that nickname. And he said he had that feeling. And then literally yesterday, was it yesterday? I don't even know. One of the days recently. I walked in and I called him that name randomly, just like not something I've ever really called him before or anything. Because he hadn't decided on his discernment on it. But after I called him that, he decided, you know what, he had a little more discernment. He doesn't want it. And then later he told me, that he had literally had that conversation in his head the day before. So that's how connected I am. Like Dave and I are to Celia because of my effort. So, Beatrice, how's your grounding, and your connection with your higher self? Yeah. So he says, because like I've been spending so much time meditating. So I guess, and that's where all that went around to. The underlying energy that we're going to take as a message, is the King of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. So I feel like maybe, somebody that was spending a little bit of time more overindulgent, because in this, the King of Cups and that card is kind of sitting back and has his cup and is kind of being overindulgent. I feel like the masculine is saying they're doing the work to step into their power as the King of Wands, which is, we're going to take that as really good energy. So we're taking that off to the side. So we are taking that as a message. Oh, absolutely. Beatrice, we posted a little video about, it's an eye exercise. It's a focusing exercise. It's like a 3-minute video. It's just a guided thing that Celia has me do. And I literally do it right before I come on as a way of like, it helps me clear everything to focus right into the now. And it really pulls Celia in when I do that. So, she really pushed me to share that. So, Beatrice, we're telling you, look at the exercise. Celia says try it. It works for us. So we were guided to share. So, then we are going to pull some cards for other energy of the day. So she says, split the deck and let's go. So current energy, the Ten of Cups. I feel like really happy. Those are a good sign. Current energy, the Ten of Cups, are you being in your happy place? Are you being of the highest vibration? Because, you have to be in that vibration if that's what you want to attract. If you're in a mindset of lack, you're going to attract more lack. If you're in a mindset of happiness, you're going to attract more happiness. So, if you're in a lower vibration, take some time to reflect on some of the happiest, the things that bring you the most joy. Focus on that person that brings you the most happiest, and then really that, like, as the healing chaos, as you focus on them in love versus any kind of sadness, you're going to bring more happiness. So we are always about, be happy, and know she's like, that change is on its way. We feel like the energy is so strong right now. That would be an understatement. The helping energy is the Four of Cups, and with that, I see the universe is offering him the cup. He's yet to reach for it. The universe is offering you a new gift. Are you ready to take it? All you have to do is reach for it, Celia says. But that, the universe is trying to, I feel like, open a new gift. I know my connection with Celia has gotten literally stronger than ever. So, and we were talking about doing that focusing to work on connecting. So literally that's what I do to bring Celia in. So we invite everybody to try, we are giving you the gift. Here's the gift we're offering you. We're offering you the gift of the tool that I literally use to bring Celia in. Literally, that's the tool I use. So the blocking energy is the Ace of Wands. Sometimes we're afraid to try something new. Don't be afraid to try something new. You might be surprised at Dave does it when he gets in fight or flight, and it really brings him in the now. And it's causing me to have such a throat chakra activation. So that's a really important message for someone. Are you open to try something new? They say what's the definition of insanity? Trying to do the same thing over and over again and getting the same result. So here we're offering a brand new, do you have the courage to try our new process? We challenge everyone to try the new process for 10 days. So he says, try it for 10 days. See if it doesn't bring your focus a little more, that every time you do it, it brings you a little more into focus. Yeah. So brand new opportunity. So it's like, there's a brand new opportunity at hand, especially, we get this change card is, the root of the situation is the devil. Over here, it was talking about, this, this energy, the king of cups can be very, devilish energy. It can be very, Scorpio energy, very toxic, very, even though I know the devil is Capricorn, something about that being, something about Scorpio energy. So make sure, you're focusing on the positive and not the negative, because we have the choice right here, because the universe is giving you the choice. Do you want to focus on the best things you want, or do you want to focus on things that have caused you to be in a toxic, codependent energy? That fight or flight, literally. So he says, when you're in that fight or flight, that devil energy, because, that's the ego screaming at you. When you're in that energy, try the new thing. So you're saying it's going to really change. You can change your focus. And after you do it, make the point of thinking about something positive, something love centered, so that it pulls your focus right to a place of love. Think of how deep down I truly love myself is a great statement to say as soon as you're done. Deep down I truly love myself, because the more self-love you have, the more of everything you bring in. Oh, she said that's a little important nugget, that literally the more self-love you have, the more you're going to manifest in, the more love. The more self-love you have, the more that it'll be reflected right back to you. So the skills needed to get to that 10 of cups is the, releasing that burden, the 10 of pentacles or the 10 of wands. Put the burden down. Know that you don't have to fix everything right in this moment. If you are in the headspace of the problem, you cannot find the solution. So sometimes it's best to say, Dave with his thing on the nickname, he, thought about it for a little minute and put it down and let it go to the universe. And then, you know what? I called him that name, and you know what? He had some discernment. He actually doesn't like that term. So sometimes you just have to ask the universe, God, source, whatever higher, higher thing you believe in, ask him, please give me an answer. Show me the way. And then you have to put it down and let it go so you can get the answer. Because if you're still focused on the problem, you cannot get the answer. And no matter how much Dave thought about that nickname, until I called him it, he could not get the discernment he needed. So, which was Celia flowing through me, giving him, source, giving him the answer that he needed. She said, and all that happened so I could talk about it. The hidden factors is the 8 of Pentacles. This is the part of doing the work, reprogramming your brain. That's what the focus exercise is about. If you're focused on doing that eye exercise, you literally can't focus on everything else until your vibration will raise ever so much. And if you do that and then start with something of a place of love or positivity, it's just going to raise that even more. So, okay. The action needed. You have to make the choice. The 2 of Wands is right there. You get to make the choice on which action you want to take. Do you want to keep following the same path you've always taken? Or are you ready to step out and try something new? We're asking you to have the courage to try our new healing process. So he's like, I gave you my process. Why don't we put it into action? So I know I do it. So we're inviting everyone to do it. And the outcome is the Queen of Wands. The masculine's working on his stuff. Are you stepping into that power? Because by focusing is really how we step into our feminine power, how we can manifest. The Queen of Wands can manifest anything she wants. She, in a lot of things, she has fire coming from her hands, which it's funny. When I met Dave, I said, I wish that was my superpower, that I could shoot fire from my hands. And we found out I actually move energy and stuff, so I do shoot fire from my hands, just in a different kind of way. And then we're going to get the underlying energy over here, which is the High Priestess, the Hermit, the Judgment card, and the 6 of Cups. So I feel like this is, definitely a time of leveling up. We start at the, it goes the Fool, and then it goes to, the Magician, then the High Priestess. So we've learned, we've really been on our journey. And now I feel like we're at the Judgment time where we are ready to share our gift. So we have done that with you on, things that bring us joy and make us happy. And something to help knock that barrier down. Sometimes we have everything so blocked, and, we always talk about putting the boundaries up. But as you put those boundaries up, you need to make sure you're not having walls around your heart. You need to make sure that you're coming from a place of love, feeling your self-love. Literally, the more self-love you have, the more it's going to be reflected to you. So you can't say that enough. So make sure that you're building boundaries, not walls. She said that's an important message. So, it's great to have boundaries on people. That doesn't mean you have to kick them out of your life. It just means you have to say, this is where I am with this. Then we're going to get some Archangel Michael cards, and we're going to get into some cards for everybody watching. She says we're going to really like this. The way forward is open. You're not trapped. Possibilities and opportunities abound. I will guide you to personal and spiritual freedom. So you're really being guided. that process we've given everybody is to help you connect. As you connect, you can listen to that quiet voice, that inner guidance. Literally, like on the one card where it's the 8 birds and then the one bird, I always joke that that one white bird is my Celia bird. And then the next card is stay the course, don't panic. You're not on the wrong path. You're just having a bumpy start. Learn from your experiences and keep going. As you work on things and do things, you know, keep moving forward. If you're doing something like meditation and meditation is difficult, try a different form of it and see if you can't find a way to make it work for you. And then the last card is you're ready for more. Your career is growing and blossoming. Now is the time to make the changes you have been contemplating. So anybody that was asking about a work situation, it looks like it's going to go super well for the overall general reading. It's kind of about what you want to focus on. We always encourage, if you're looking for, trying to manifest something, and change is coming on the bottom of this deck. So we have change here and change here. So big change is coming. I'm here to guide you through this exciting transformation. This is a time of joyous opportunity. So big change coming. I feel like it's definitely a time to change the focus, because I know we've been all we're working and growing on our spiritual path. I think it's coming next level, and I think that coming next level is next week. Like, everything goes direct next week, so we feel like huge transformation is at hand next week. So I feel like you're probably getting a lot of messages. You got to have discernment about them. And they Abraham always says all thoughts have always been thought. Me and Dave have had a couple conversations about that. So just know there are thought forms out there. There are things being projected at you. You have to have the discernment based on what your vibration is where is that message coming from? Is that message coming from your higher self? Is that message coming, from a negative thought form? Is that coming from your ego that's trying to protect you? Where's the thought coming from? Oh, Beatrice, I know. I got the message from Celia. This morning, right before I came on, she gave me a message of I need to get about 10 women together and do like a weekly meditation or something, a weekly process together for like 10 people. Like a personal thing to like help. I don't know, but I feel like Beatrice, you are number one, we're inviting. So he says we're gonna invite 10 people. And it's just, that she feels is on the same spiritual level and path, and that we're in alignment with that, for whatever she's wanting to do. Here, we're gonna throw it out there. For whatever Celia wants to do, we're gonna invite people as she sees fit. Because she says if you get more people together and focus on one thing, it's stronger. Even if it's just like a meditation together that one of us guides, or a Reiki for the group, something of value to share with others. I don't know. But she gave me that message like 10 minutes before I went on, and then I went do, and then that just all came right back to me. So. Beatrice, can we get a card for you? Shirley, what are you doing to are you doing anything to advertise for your business? I feel like it's definitely a time to and everything's getting ready to go forward motion. So write the story of how you would like. How many clients, Shirley, how many clients would you like by the end of the month? Is there other places? Do you give a referral bonus if any of your current people give a referral? Yeah, she said, on the ones you have you ever thought of Beatrice, that's what I started. Oh, you don't do it as a business, Beatrice? If not, you should. Yeah, she said, if not, you should. And Shirley, she said, like, word of mouth is that because she said, why do you just do it for fun? Do you not have confidence in your ability? She said we would have so much fun doing it together. She said you're definitely a messenger. And we're going to get a card for you, Beatrice. I feel like maybe a couple. But yeah, I feel like big change is coming. Well, the one that's up in front of me is the opportunity card. The bottom of the deck is the flow card. I know we're going to have, this is the new moon we're having this weekend in Aquarius, but in 2 weeks, it's going to be the full moon in Leo, which is about really shining your light. You get the stillness card, which we were already talking about doing some more meditation. And you get the leadership card. And then you get the opportunity. So I would keep working on the meditating and connecting, because you definitely have a strong role to shine your light. Yeah, you have a strong. She said, like that full moon. As she just told me to go back. She said you're supposed to be shining your light like that, Beatrice. So. And then the card underneath was potential. So, great opportunity for you. And then Shirley, we will get a card for you. You are very welcome. Until you says, we are giving away a couple of free readings. We're going to do the drawing on February 4th. So anytime you comment below one of my videos, you're getting an entry. So, Shirley, you get the card of standstill, which I feel where we have been, we've had so much in retrograde, but next week, full speed ahead. And then you get the focus card. Have you taken time, Shirley, to Shirley, what happened with your last job? What happened with the last thing you were doing? Did something bad happen? Because you get the forgiveness card, and I think there's something either that happened in your last job that's kind of what were you doing before that? Yeah, so he's like, what were you doing before that? Do you feel like you're being selfish for doing that? Hi, Alex. Yeah, Shirley, do you feel like you're being a little selfish? Shirley says, do you feel like you're being selfish by doing the writing lessons? You have to forgive you're right on the right path where you're supposed to be. And we have another question. Do you teach any music stuff at home? Yeah, so he says, do you do any of you teach any music stuff too? Yeah. Everything is at the right speed and in the right time. Sometimes it's a phase of growth for us. But yeah, so he says, are you doing anything with the music stuff? Do you play the piano? I'm guessing you play. Yes, divine timing, but I'm guessing you play. Shirley, do you find enjoyment and pleasure in playing? When you are playing, you are in such connection with your higher self. Oh. Do you know, Shirley, you're really supposed to be are you not happy when I used to be happy? Are you not happy when you play music? Or do you have a negative energy associated with that? If you have a negative energy associated with playing music because of that past job, you need to just know that person was doing the best job that they could, what they thought they needed to do, and just know that really tell them thank you, send them love, because it's a blessing because it let you go and do what you're doing now with the horses, which you truly love. But you have an energy block there with that, and you are supposed to be you're supposed to be teaching the piano to children because it puts them you have to tell a different story than that. Start, when you're playing, when he's not there. Here, you know why, Shirley? Because when you're playing, you're connected and he's not in that vibration, so it annoys him. Because when you are in that connected state of playing, it's a good form of play with the intention and say, you can say the mantra in your head. I am so glad, play even better. play with the intention in your heart when you're playing that it soothes him and he really enjoys it. He's resistant to it because you're in such a high vibration when you play. So focus honestly, focus love at him. Have a conversation, get before you have the conversation, ask your ego to step aside. Yeah, like you were like so connected. Celia says when you are doing that, like when you're playing, she's like, you are so connected. So if when you're playing, you could, have the thoughts about that he enjoys listening to you. That would be a great one. He loves hearing me play. And honestly, you're going to have to use your voice, Celia says, and have a conversation about, I would like to start doing these lessons again. I need, quiet time and privacy during those. Can we come to some kind of an agreement with that? You have to use your voice. You're going to have to, ask for what you want if you're going to live with that person. You're going to have to figure out how to coexist because that piano to children is a gift, Shirley. Celia says it's such a gift because that teaches them how to connect with their higher self without even realizing it. Because when you're playing and you're in that focus, nothing else matters. Yeah, you're supposed to be teaching children. Yeah, she's like, you're so supposed to be teaching. Yeah. Yeah, you're supposed to be teaching. Yes, happy is good, Kason. We are glad we're glad the advice is working. Hi, Miss Bick. How are you? We are doing super well. Celia is really flowing today. It's Fun Friday, so we hope everyone is having a good time. But Shirley, she says, ask for, that's a great meditation for you. And really think of only the happy, joyous things when you're doing that. Because it puts you're in such a connected place. Like, yeah, Fun Friday for sure. Yes. Write the story how many you would want, Shirley. You can you are the manifester. You are the manifester of your own reality. You have to co-create. If you don't co-create, the universe just kind of randomly will throw things at you. Not always the greatest. So, yeah. You are very welcome, Shirley. I thank everybody for being patient. When Celia has a message for somebody, she doesn't like to move on until she's ready. And Shirley's always such a good supporter of the channel. We like to, to help when needed, and we feel like Shirley needed a little extra today. Miss Vic, Celia wants to. Yes, write it down as that's the most powerful thing, pen to paper, and then talk to somebody about it. Miss Vic, Celia says we have an exercise for you. Say the word good and say the word great and see how they feel to you. We had Dave do that, just to see the difference in the word of good and great or phenomenal, and just feel the vibration of the words, because good's like 3 or 4 on the scale of 0 to 10. So I'm all about that scale thing. I did therapy too long. How much pain do you have? 0 to 10. So apparently that's stuck in there somewhere. Yeah, and we're so he's feeling like an 8 or a 9 today. We're really up there. Yay, Alex! We are glad to hear that. So he says, that reading yesterday said it was, it was changing. Alex. Celia wants me to get a group of about 10 people together to do like a weekly thing with. We invited Beatrice and Celia said, Alex. So we would like you, Alex, to could you join our group? Because it's about meditating together and building each other up and like just like a weekly thing, one night a week. But we are all happy to hear everybody loves you, Alex. Know that everybody's sending you love today. Look at all that. You must be in such a high vibration, Alex, and be in the love because like everybody is sending you love. Look at all that love that you're getting, Alex. We are all so happy for you. You are always so inspiring to everyone. Pooja, are you still here? Celia says we were going to get a card for you. And then we're going to get one for Miss Vic and then Alex and Kaysen. We're getting messages for everybody today. It is Friday. We are in we're getting the grandbaby tonight. So that always makes me like super happy. And Dave and I, Miss Vic, we're going to go on to you because I think Pooja may have left. So yeah, it's like happy Friday. Yeah. Dave, so you want Dave and I to try a new thing. So we're going to start doing a morning message together with Dave and I. So we are going to invite everyone to, tune in and watch. Okay, Miss Vic, we're getting a card for you. So he says, what's going on with you? Because show me take that bottom one. Some inner peace. Underlying energy, some inner peace. Are you meditating? Because we're going to start here. We're going to start with the ones up and then we're going to go down below. We're going to get that one last, she said. The healing chaos that did come out in the very first one. Yeah, so healing some chaos. Then you get the release card, which the beginning of the reading was about change. And then the one on the top that she had, or the bottom that she had me pull, was the trust card. So just trust everything's going to work out. It's going to bring you to that inner peace. She likes that. Now we're curious what these two are. Stand still and flow. Are you stopping and going? Does it feel like you stop, you go, you stop, you go? Is that how it's been lately? Kind of in the flow, out of the flow? I know for me personally, it's kind of felt that way with the overall energy, but I feel like the universe is telling you to release control. It's funny because Dave gets that message all the time about releasing control, trust, and have some inner peace. Yeah, trust and have some inner peace. Trust, it's all going to work out. Everything's like it's supposed to. Sometimes when we feel like we're at a standstill, we're so not. It's a period of growth, and if you feel like you're being stuck, say, what is the universe trying to teach me right now? What is it trying to show me? Where do I need to, should my focus be? And then kind of let it go, and then see if you don't get a something coming right back to you. Absolutely, Miss Beatrice. No, it always does. And if it hasn't worked out, it's because it's not the end, and you never get it wrong and you never get it done, as Abraham says. You know. Yeah, but Celia's really been pushing everybody for some meditation this week, because transformation is at hand. You know, we got the change card twice on the first reading. And that's saying, big changes coming, Miss Vic. So if it's been slow in whatever part of your life, know that it's about to take a giant leap in the other direction. Full steam ahead. Kaysen, can we get a card for you? I think you wanted a card about your mom's health. Yeah. Miss Vic, do you have a tie to butterflies? Do you, something about, do you have a tie to butterflies? Okay, so the cards you get are the abundance card and the happiness card. I think everything's going to be okay with your mom. Talk about those, whatever's going on, it's just about the stress. Does she do meditation? I feel like she meditates. But we get the happiness card and the abundance card. So I feel like something is definitely, yes. Where's she having pain at? Is she having pain? What's going on? Celia says, what's going on? Hi, Catherine. How are you? We haven't seen you for a while. That's just energy leaving the body. Make sure she's being hydrated. We are doing super well. It is Happy Friday here. She's gonna be good. We're like, she's good. Yes. Happiness and abundance. She needs to change her focus. Tell her, she's focused a lot on your brother, on the bad, on that negative energy, the negative thought forms. Okay. Hold on. You just said she had a fever. Now you're saying she's losing weight. Has she seen a doctor? Yeah, stress is like so bad. Well, I know you talked to her about our reading, so tell her she got the happiness and the abundance card. A lot. Celia says if her tests are fine, it could just be energy and the stress. She said show her the cards, happiness and abundance. Those are pretty darn good. About her health. So everything's always working out. We feel like she's gonna be fine. And it's funny because we have recently noticed we are attracting a lot of people that have been in like the dark night of the soul. And I told Dave that's because we have just really been going through a period of that. So anybody that's having a little struggle right now, just know we are having some dark night of the soul stuff, and energy is changing and clearing. Yeah, so we have really been having that, and like everything's been so much in retrograde, but everything is kind of moving. With this new moon, the sun and the moon are going to be at 0 degrees Aquarius. Pluto is, I believe, still at 28 degrees Capricorn, but that's still 2 degree orb that is conjunct. So Pluto is, the life changing stuff. Where Pluto is where the aspect of right near where it was when the U.S. was founded. So big dark night of the soul focused energy. Everything starts forward Monday and is good for 3 months, which doesn't always happen. So it is a great opportunity. This, it's been a time of self reflection. I know we've been doing so much growth. So, yeah, that's very dark night of the soul stuff, Mary. But we feel like energy is going to be like so much lighter come Monday. It's been like really heavy, the transition. I normally can feel the energy a couple of days ahead of time. And so it's like felt really off balance. I've been waking up at different times, napping in the middle of the day, like randomly. Just I kind of flow with the energy. So huge change for the Scorpio, any Scorpio energy. That's about total transformation. And I feel like that's really getting activated. I told my daughter that yesterday because she's a Scorpio sun. So we were talking about a huge transformation getting ready to happen in her life. So in like the next 6 month period is what Celia told her. I didn't really want to tell her that, but Celia wanted to tell her that. So I say that because she wants to move to Florida and she's getting ready to graduate with her associate. So she's having big change, and Celia's like huge change coming for her. Literally, Celia says the best thing you can do for the dark night is your self love. The more self love you have, yeah, the more self love you have, the easier that dark night is, honestly. And that's really been the focus for Dave and I, in this period is, been our self love. Because honestly, I said, I started feeling more self love, and now Dave always opens the door for me. We were already in, a good place, and now it's just made it a little bit better because I knew my self love a little more. And as he's feeling a little more self love, he'll come home and I'll have dinner cooked and different other things. So, as just know everything's changing. So he's like, everything is changing, especially with, this period of the dark night. We feel like the light is going to be shining. The light is going to be shining come Monday. She's like that song, the Rihanna song, Shine, the Diamond song that we got for Shirley the other day. I put it on my list and we were listening to it and it just popped back in my head. So everyone know it is the time to shine your light. Oh, Beatrice, I'm a Leo moon. So Beatrice, why are you not doing tarot daily on this? Celia says, because this is coffee and cards. It's a little, we talk about everything. Celia says we never just stay on track of one thing. So Catherine, can we get a card for you? Yeah. Oh. Catherine, we're getting a message for you that Alex, boy, do we have one for you, she said. We are so happy about your communication, Alex. We very happy. Catherine, the first cards you get are the Simplicity card, the Miracles card, and the Release card. So if there's something you need to release, now is a good time to do it. In the next week, especially this weekend is a good time to. So you said for everybody, this is a good time to take inventory of what's changed in your life in the last 6 months. You want to know what's changed for me? I do this now pretty regularly. It was every day, and now we're back to doing it every day. And then, Catherine, the rest of the cards you get are the pleasure card, the happiness card, the illumination card, and the delight card. So, Catherine, I feel like you have 2 messages here, and she said the bottom of the deck is the leadership card. So, Catherine, know that whatever you're using to help get through the dark night of the soul, whatever practice you did, whatever modality you did. So you would like you to, make sure you're sharing that. Even if it's just a quick video on your YouTube, even if, whatever, or in the comments here. But make sure you're sharing. Are you in the Facebook group? So he says, make sure you're sharing your whatever modality. Yeah, because we're all about sharing, that gift. Because the leadership card came out and you were definitely a leader. To share the gift that's, pleasure, happiness, illumination, and delight. Those are all pretty good cards. But I feel like, there's definitely something you have to release. Because I feel like you're about to get a double miracle because we got a double rainbow. So I feel like you're definitely about to get a huge gifty. Now, simplicity. Sometimes by telling one person, then they tell another person, and you would be surprised at the chain of change that you can be by sharing your gift. So, keep sharing your gift and make sure you're really being happy, because it's a time like you're going to get it. So he says a double gift. Double rainbow. She's like, oh, yeah, huge gifty coming. The universe is trying to bring it in to you. And it's all in divine timing when you're ready. When you're ready. Hey, Alex, are you ready? That's what I hear in my head. Hey, Alex. Now I just hear fun. Are you having fun, Alex? You are very welcome, Catherine. Have a good day. Yeah. Hey, Alex. That's funny. And Alex, she said you should play the Rihanna song too, the Diamond song. Because, we all have to shine bright. Yes, now I can't get it out of my head. Now it's just really playing. So here we go, Alex. This is for you. The first card, Alex, you get is the Inner Peace card. She said, notice there are 2 together. Alex, do you have any sometimes I'll get like a thing from Celia and I'll ask Dave, do you have a tie to this? Do you have a tie to koi fish? Do you have a tie at all? Yeah, do you have something about the inner peace? Are you doing your meditation? But we notice they're together, and that inner peace is right there. Then you get the delight card, simplicity. and I see the feather there. So she said, you're very protected and guided. I feel like you should. Alex, did we talk about like a walking meditation before? Maybe when you're out walking, you'll see some fish or but something about that, because I see the bird and I see the feather and then the fish, all of that is outside stuff. But I feel like you're getting, birds of a feather flock together. Something about birds. Healing chaos. It definitely will clear your mind outside. And then the pleasure card. And then, so you said these two go together. Embracing abundance. Alex, how is your financial stability? We feel like if it's not at the level you want it to, it really could be. And we also, when we're walking, it's funny because where we live, it's cold, and a lot of places we go, it is not green grass. But David, I always joke with David. I've always said this. I love living where the green grass grows. And we went to like Arizona, and there's not really green grass there. So I always joke about I like living where the green grass grows. Our grass outside is still very green. We live in Indiana. It's cold. I'll just tell you, logically, there is no reason for my grass to be green, except that I prefer living where the green grass grows. And I say that all the time. Every time I walk out in the backyard, I say, I love living where the green grass grows. And you know what? My grass is so green. I tell Dave that, it's kind of hilarious that, because we live where it's cold and snowy, and yet no logical reason for our grass to be green, but it is. And with that, Alex, your words are powerful. So like when you're out walking, you can say things like that. Oh yes, I love living where the green grass grows. So that happens. I have certain intentions that I say, you know what? I listened to something a long time ago, and it was like talking about a process of easy manifestation. I even want to say maybe an Abraham process, to where you can let it go something easy on something you don't have a lot of resistance with. And one of those things I don't have resistance with is I love really good parking. Like really good parking. So much so that I almost always, everywhere I go, get front row parking. Like right up there. Dave loves being with me because then he also gets the benefit of my parking expectation, which is what we call it, my parking expectation. I expect good parking. So I have manifested that by saying, go up front, there will be a spot there. And Dave knows when we're somewhere and he's like, is this okay? And I'm like, is it in the front? And it's literally that is my expectation now. So we get that. So in general, you can make things manifest by your words abundantly by thinking about them. When I go on walks, I like to see purple flowers. So I can't even tell you how many purple flowers I see sometimes when I'm walking. So your words are super powerful when you're walking. So much that you could change like everything. Fulfillment, bottom of the deck. She's like, so use your powerful words, Alex, because the abundance is all around you. Think about when you're out. The other day we had so many birds outside. I was telling Dave about, the abundance of the birds. We're always talking about there's abundance of a lot of things, air. If you don't think there's an abundance of air, hold your breath. You'll be glad there's an abundance of air. Perfect example. But there's literally an abundance of everything. There's an abundance of trees. Soon there'll be abundance of trees with leaves on them. And I can't wait for that time because I love spring. But everything has its season. What signs, Kason? And so you says you're okay. Because we're giving this advice to Alex, but we're giving this advice to everybody as well. But Alex, the abundance is getting ready to of every aspect of your life. So you're saying, the purple flowers, just because purple's my favorite color. So, when I was initially working on my manifestation stuff years ago, that was one of my easy things. Like I expect good parking. I like to see purple flowers when I walk. I love living where the green grass grows. If you tell the universe things, it will deliver exactly what you want. We are co-creating our own reality. I wrote a whole list of things I wanted in my partner. Dave is all of those things. So like everything is like you get to pick. You get to pick. So he's like, you get to pick what your reality is. We are all co-creating our own reality. If you do not take an active role in creating your own reality, the universe will do it for you. I will just say the universe has an odd sense of humor. Odd. And it eventually gets you around where you need to be when you're ready. It energetically. So, your wish is always heard. You just have to be in the right alignment to hear it. Yeah, you just have to be in like the right environment, but like you can so easily. She said you can so easily manifest this, Alex. That is the love that you're seeking and desiring. Those are both very strong, energetic koi that are in a beautiful dance energetically together, that they always flow easily together. Because it's a really simple thing that is really all about delight. The more, like when something really good happens, I savor it. Like when we're eating something good, I savor it. If we're somewhere that's really beautiful, I'll like, oh my God, can you believe how beautiful this is? And we'll like literally take the time to really spend the moment savoring it. So then you know what? I've taken that moment and I felt that feeling. So when you come back, you can okay, take a moment, go to your heart, go back to that feeling and feel that feeling of, the excitement of how that was. But we challenge everyone on like the parking thing. We did it. It's a funny thing. Say, I expect good parking. Here, Brenda said I get good parking. There you go. All you have to do is expect it. And that first time when you pull up there and that spot's there, be like, I did that. Take credit for it. When something you say manifest, say, I did that. Start taking the credit for your own manifestations because you are the manifester of your own reality. Honestly, you get to manifest it all. It's all up to you. Yeah, and taking time, like especially for like a person like with Dave, I take time. I used to make sure I don't do it as much anymore, and I probably need to get back in the practice of it to where I would sit and just be so grateful for Dave and feel all the different things I was grateful for. And honestly, it just made more of that happen. So we are all about, loving on yourself, sharing your love, sharing your light, sharing your gifts with others. Be happy. Just happy. All you gotta do is choose be happy. The choices are happy, not happy. Which one do you want to pick? Look, and there's the happiness card. And then the other side's the miracles card, which could be happy too. All you have to do it's perspective. So you're supposed to take a deep breath. Apparently she was having a lot to say. We'd like to remind everybody to comment below our videos to be entered in the chance to win the free drawings. We're going to give 2 readings away on February 4th. So please make sure you comment underneath the video, not in the chat, to be entered. And you can comment on as many videos and as many times as you like. So, YouTube would just like us to have more comments to try to get us more in the, we're trying to get in the algorithm, so we have to do what YouTube likes. So please like, please subscribe, please view other videos. We're going to start posting a daily video, Dave and I. Until he says we are going to look and see. Hi, Android guy. How are you? Hi, honey butter chips, Becca. Yes, be happy is like the best, like the total best advice we can, part of the thing with Dave and I, it's, we heard of Abraham thing, do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? And I told Dave, you can actually be both. Just because you're right doesn't mean you're not happy, but you can be happy or you can be right and be, miserable. So we've decided happy or not happy. And we still challenge everyone when you're in a funk, you know what? We invite you to say the word happy 10 times and see if that doesn't make you a little better. We're not saying do it for an hour. We're saying 10 times. So he's like 10 times. So Becca, can we get a card for you? Yes, happy 10 times. Becca, the first card out for you is the Power card. I'm really getting a strong throat chakra activation. So she said we're taking that one. You get the Power card and the Relaxation card and the New Beginning card. So if you've had a little quiet time, just know that it's almost time to step into your power. Like Celia saying, like next week. And you're very welcome, Alex. Celia says that would be a fun way to, have, increase our, take some time to relax because it's getting ready to go full steam ahead. The energy is changing. So it's a brand new beginning. You are very welcome. Android guy, can we get a card for you? I think it was about Sonal. If I'm correct. Yeah. And we're using some of my favorite cards because they got the ocean behind them, the sun and the ocean, the waves. So we love that. The bottom of the deck is the Delight card. And sometimes when I see this card, it makes me think of the birds because they, I feel like they give us a lot of messages. And then we get the Simplicity card, which has come out a lot, which also can, I feel like, mean your angels are around you sometimes when we see that angel card. And we get the Taking Risk. Android guy, have you reached out to Sonal recently? Have you sent any little signs? Have you sent any little messages? Because, you can energetically send a message to anybody. Go into your heart space and really feel the love you have for that person. And then just send them a little energetic love bomb. You have that ability. So he says take the risk and really, focus on it for a few minutes and really feel that energy and see if you can't really, send that love bomb, she says. Like, it's a really powerful one. Like this energy in this new moon is really strong. So, I would work on manifesting it this weekend. I'm really, go out under the new moon when it's dark sky and have a quiet talk with the universe. It just takes a minute. It doesn't take, hours. Go out there and just clear your heart and your mind and speak to the universe and tell the universe the story you would like to receive. How would you like your relationship to be? Because you literally get to co-create how everything works out. Literally, I made a list of my dream person and he's sitting in the room next to me right now working. So you literally get to do the, manifesting. Honey Butter Chips, you're new here. Welcome. Do you have a question? I'm Brenda. My guide is Celia, and we just kind of pull messages. Celia pulls a card and then kind of sometimes has a message, sometimes not. Most generally, she does. Most generally, she has something to add. The Dollface Diva, how are you doing? So, Dollface Diva, we will get a card for you. Yes, have a beautiful day. It's Happy Friday. It's like, and I will just say that new moon energy is already right here. Already. I was already feeling it last night. I was telling Dave that the new moon energy was already here. And the new moon is in Aquarius. That is air sign. That is communication. So also Celia says, take a deep breath. It's always a good idea to take a deep breath. And before you reply to somebody, take a deep breath. Think before you speak. I know Mercury went direct, and sometimes when it does that, we can tend to speak too much. So the Dollface Diva, you get the Success card and the Solitude card, and the bottom of the deck is the Delight card. So whatever is going on is you're going to have success at it. It may be a little bit of quiet time, but success is at hand. Good. The party girl's back, Celia says. Yeah, like we kind of were, that's why I told Dave, I was like, I had a lot of momentum going on my channel, and then we really I hermit moded for a month. And we did so many huge upgrades. We were doing Dark Night of the Soul just like everybody else has kind of been going through. So just know, so he says, we are moving to a new phase. So anybody that's been Dark Night of the Soul, just know the train's moving on now. We're going to go somewhere else. We're going to go to Happy Land. Anybody want to come to Happy Land with me? So he says. And we're going to get a card for you, Honey Butter Chips. You get the card of taking risk. And that does remind me of Sedona. And, that is one of my most favorite places on the whole planet so far that I've been to. The energy there is phenomenal. So I feel like it's about taking a spiritual journey a little bit. Honey Butter Chips, I feel like your guides are wanting you to take it to next level. Because there is some leadership role coming for you. You've had a little bit of time of relaxation, but now the universe is really going to come knocking. It wants you to take a risk on your spiritual path. If you're meditating, it wants you to take it to next level. Oh, the crown chakra just like went crazy right there. So make sure you're meditating. Meditate. So you just like meditate. Yeah, that was like my crown like bursting open right there. So I feel like you're about to really have a have you had your Kundalini awakening? Is your Kundalini active? Is your Kundalini active? I feel like your crown chakra's got a lot pouring in. I hear them, Beatrice. I'm okay not seeing them. I can see energy, but I don't see physical form. I have, but I prefer not to. You don't know what is. Meditation, your spiritual path. Oh, yeah. We are all on a spiritual path of ascension to raise the vibration of the planet and to live in a more peaceful, happy, joyous place. Where manifestation and love is an easy thing. Are the headaches a new thing, Beatrice? I remember a few years ago, I went through a period. When we're going through this ascension, will have some odd things happen to you. Like some days when the energy coming in is really strong. I have some blurred vision. I can always tell if I'm trying to read something, I'm like, oh, the energy is strong. My daughter used to always think I was crazy, but they're just ascension symptoms. And sometimes if you do a different activity, do a little walk, or move blood to a different part of your body, sometimes that can take a headache away. Because it just pulls, it makes your blood vessels dilate, or so you want to make sure, yeah. So he's like, when I get a headache, a walk is always good. Or lay down and put my feet up. Sometimes when I get a headache, I feel like that's a sign that I need to go. Sometimes it's about listening to your body. We're always about that. And Beatrice, you may be having some third eye crown chakra activations happening. Celia's saying, yeah, I some of that's activations, and I know my crown's been really doing some crazy things lately. Filling it open because I've really been working on my 8th chakra, which is the one that allows me to connect to Celia so much easier when I have that one open and clear. Your 8th and 9th. So we are I am actually going to take a little break. Did we get everybody? We are doing a live in 2 hours. So we would invite everybody to come back. We're going to do all the different signs, how the new moon and the planets direct is going to affect each sign. So we are going to be back in 2 hours to do that at 1 o'clock. So we will see everybody then. I will work on a little bit getting the group thing organized, Beatrice, and I will let you know about that because Celia wants us to try to a small group, she says, that can really make it intense and profound change in our lives by focusing our energies together. So I am all for that. So welcome to the Age of Ascension. The bus stops here. So okay, we'll be back in a little while. Everyone have a good day. Yeah, a lot of that is like strong energy coming in through the crown, Beatrice. We get that a lot. Like that's why I have all my reading glasses around because some days I can see it just fine, and when it's real strong energy, it's a little more difficult. In the last 2 or 3 days has really been like off the chart energy. So he says make sure you're drinking plenty of water and rest as needed. So we're gonna go rest for a little bit, and we will be back in 2 hours for all the zodiac signs. Everybody have a good day.